People that I know are two-faced, two-fake, get out of my face.
Don't touch it!
Beast mode. What is crack-a-lackin', guys? Coach Joe here at the Lion's Den, and today is Monday. So, if you are a meathead like myself, you always know that Monday is International Chest Day. What I want to cover today is the topic of the bench press, and this is something that had always bothered me, is that my bench press sucked. I couldn't ever get it over 315, and it took a long time to finally break that plateau. So what I want to do is give you guys 4 simple tips that, if done properly and correctly over time, will definitely help maximize your bench press. So stay tuned, enjoy the ride, and let's get to it. Tip number 1, guys, was that I wasn't priming my central nervous system properly for the bench press. Probably like some of you guys, I would go in there and I would grab 5-pound plates and start doing arm circles and all sorts of weird movements with the 5-pound plates to warm up my shoulders. From there, I would hop right on the bench and I would just start cranking out 135 and just work my way up. Now, this, what I thought was working, was actually not. So what I had to do is prime my central nervous system better, and by doing that, I did a couple of these movements, and I'll do them for 3 to 5 sets for 3 to 5 reps before I hop onto the bench, and I'll show you them now.
Okay guys, so what you see me doing right here is explosive ball tosses, and I'm fully exhaling as I load up and explode out into a push-up position. Then we have clapping push-ups, great, another explosive movement, and some pull-ups to light up that whole back and upper back, and then that will transition into some band work. So I like doing the band pulls pretty intense and fast, and just getting my upper back to warm up. As you can see, I'm squeezing my scapula together as well, so that helps in the position on the bench. And then we have rear delt pulls to get them all fired up as well.
Alright guys, so tip number 2 for me that really changed my bench and increasing my PR on my bench was my setup. Now, prior to this, I always used to just lay flat on the bench, and I was using mostly my chest and my shoulders and a little bit of my triceps, and really not engaging my back at all. So we're gonna go step for step through some setup points that will help you ultimately get the most transfer of energy throughout your body and make you as strong as possible.
Okay guys, so here is my setup, and what's different is how I use my hands to really get my traps up on the bench and squeeze my shoulder blades together. And that creates force all the way throughout my entire body and an arch in my lower back, which I'm sure you're familiar with. So here, I like to get my grip on the bar and almost pull the bar off the rack using my lats so I don't mess up any of my position in my body. I always take a huge, big belly breath and then do the lift. I never breathe while I'm lifting. You can see my diaphragm expand and contract. Now here's a better angle from the front with my feet. I get my feet back and drive my knees out, and I try to push my heels into the ground, which activates my glutes and creates energy all throughout my legs. And from the side, you can see that arch a little bit more clear. So I will then bring it up, bar will come down to my sternum, and I almost think about pushing the bar back towards my head. When the weight gets really heavy, sometimes I incorporate some leg drive, but I'm not really that great at it yet, so I'm not going to teach you guys how to do something I'm not too good at. But that just shows the bar path and how I'm trying to create tension and torque throughout my entire body and be explosive as possible.
Okay guys, so tip number 3 is increasing the strength of our weak points in our bench. So typically people either get stuck at the bottom, the middle, or the top of their bench. So the prime muscles and groups we have to make sure that we strengthen are the chest, the back, the shoulders, and the triceps. When typically stuck in the bottom of the bench, some variations I like to do are the pin press, working from the bottom. I also like doing tons of chest press variations, whether it's flat, it's incline, just to get the chest stronger. I also like to strengthen my back, so I do tons of dumbbell rows, barbell row variations, landmine rows, and lots of pull-ups to help strengthen that back up. Now, stuck in the middle point, you can also do pin presses from there. I also like to incorporate a lot of tricep work, so I do skull crushers, I do dips, I do band pull downs, and these are all tools that will help get you out of that sticky situation. Now, most of the time, if you're stuck at the top of the bench press, it's really the triceps. So if you notice that your lockout isn't happening, really focus on the tricep work, and over time, that will happen. As for shoulders, I always like to incorporate tons of military presses, push presses, and as you know me with an Olympic lifting background, I do a lot of jerks. So over time, this will help get me through any of those sticking points that I have. Okay guys, so tip number 4 for increasing your bench over time would be simply to bench more. I think you guys should be benching 2 to 3 times per week. Now that doesn't always mean to be going super heavy all the time, but you should be having heavy sets and then mixing in proper volume over time. Now, the more you bench, the better you're gonna get. It's just as simple as that. So if you're benching more frequently throughout the week, 1, you're gonna increase your central nervous system, you're gonna get your technique to be a lot more point and sharpen that up, and as well as just getting better at the bench. So bench more. Okay guys, so there you have it. Hopefully you can take some of those tips and accessory movements that I add to my training to help increase my bench. Like I said, it's been a long time frame of me putting the work in, but it has proven and it has worked. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, or share this video. I know I didn't hit every single exercise, so if there's more that you guys like, comment below. I'll be sure to throw them into my training as well and just give you guys some feedback. So thank you so much, and until then, keep getting stronger, guys. I appreciate the support and the love. Brian Ulster Seminar is full, guys. Taking no more spots. It's gonna be packed, it's gonna be amazing. I know some of you requested video of it, which I have somebody coming to do the videoing and the editing, not me. I'll be sure to put clips and segments up after it's done. Peace.